You ever thought about buying a whole beef tenderloin, cutting it up, tying it, and preparing it for a roast instead of buying one already prepared? Well, I have one here. It's 6 pounds, 5.92 ounces. It's $159.19. We're going to figure out which is the better buy. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to actually weigh this beef tenderloin. So put it on the scale. And when we weigh it, it can't hang off the scale like that. Otherwise, you're not going to get a correct weight. So we'll take a rubber band, put it around it, and make sure the whole beef tenderloin is on the scale. Okay, 6 pounds, 7.25 ounces. Okay, so we'll open it up, and we'll weigh the rubber band. Pretty much weighs nothing. And we'll weigh the packaging. It's 1.375 ounces. So if we minus that off the total weight, the 6 pounds, 7.25 ounces, minus the plastic, the 1.375, we get 6 pounds, 5.875 ounces. So pretty much the weight was correct on the packaging. It's off by a slight amount, like 0.07, but that's not much. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to trim it up. We're going to take off this chain here. We'll take that off. And then we'll take off some of the silver skin. And I'll make another more detailed video on how to break down a beef tenderloin if you decide to try this. And you don't want to leave silver skin on. It's really tough, and we'll flip it over and we'll take off some more of the fat from underneath. It doesn't look like there's a lot of fat, but it does add up. And if you're going to end up making some burgers and you have a grinder, you can probably use the fat. But I don't have a grinder. I'm not going to make any ground beef, so I'm going to discard it. And then the chain here, you can take it, you can clean it up. Now there's a lot of connective tissue, silver skin in the chain. Sometimes can be a little tough, but still great for steak tips. Okay, now we're going to weigh the beef tenderloin. Now fully cleaned, it's 4 pounds 9 ounces now. And we'll weigh the chain. It's 8.625 ounces. Okay, now we're going to weigh the fat and the silver skin. And it weighs 1 pound 3.625 ounces. And we're just going to discard this. Overall usable meat is 5 pounds 1.625 ounces. The waste is 1 pound 3.625 ounces. Unaccounted loss of 0.625. If you switch everything to ounces, it will make it a lot easier to figure this out. 81.625 ounces divided by 101.875 ounces equals an 80% yield. At $159.19 divided by 81.625 ounces times 16 means that you paid $31.20 per pound. That you shouldn't include the chain weight in the total weight of the roast. So we can change it up and we can do that 4 pound 9 ounces of the whole beef tenderloin trimmed equals 73 ounces. So 73 divided by 101.875 equals a 71.6% yield. And at $159.19 divided by 73 times 16 equals $34.89. So if you can find a beef tenderloin for less than $34.89 per pound, then you're doing pretty good. And that's if the original cost was $24.99 per pound. Well, I hope you enjoyed my video. If you learned something new, think about subscribing to my YouTube channel. Keep you up to date on all my future videos, and leave a comment about what you liked or what you didn't like. Thanks again for watching.